welcome back, hunters. I'm SurvivalVis, and we return Monster Hunter World Ice, or Iceborne Community Edition. We're into our second episode now, and we're still starting off, and we're going to be picking our first weapon we're going to go with. Okay, we got a little bit of the pendant stuff there. Although, granted, I don't think it's going to matter too much with how early we're at. Oh yeah, 5 pieces gives you, like, certain things give you better stuff. What do I have? I've got the chainmail, the Origin, and the Guard. Well, I don't want to use the Guardian because that still is kind of like a 4-1. There's Forager's Luck on that. Nothing on that. Nothing there. Maybe I'll just stick with the leather. Let's go for perhaps the most basic of stuff right now. Instead of going for, well, Master Gatherer is kind of nice. It allows you to gather more quickly, prevent from knockback, and this is finding rare gathering points. Oh, that would be pretty handy to have, but no, we'll stick with the basic equipment right now. And weapon-wise, I was debating what I would go for this one. Like, I was thinking maybe, I don't know if I would do the heavy bowgun. I'm kind of thinking going the light bowgun, because I want to see... Okay, I can't customize it right now, but I'd like to try and see, because one of the changes I think Ice does is in the base game for Iceborne, the evade reload lets you basically reload 1 round for every evade reload you have equipped to the custom mods. However, Ice changes it so I think each one gives you 3 rounds you reload for doing the evading reload. So that's something I'd like to try out. I'm debating if there's anything else I should go for. I might try to switch this up depending on what kind of weapons you guys would like to see, even going into things like the Blade Master weapons, like Sword and Shield, Dual Sword, stuff like that. I'll see what comes in with the first comments. I'll let this week go through going for my usual weapon, and go from there.
Want to get going?
Okay, now I can customize it.
Once you're ready,
Okay, can enhance by adding mods. That kind of goes through of how many slots they have for rarity.
Familiar with your weapons at the training area. Just talk to the housekeeper to get started.
Yeah, okay, special custom mods been added to support evading reload. Wyvern Blast Type 2 is one I wish was a little bit better, and I'll go into that one. I mentioned it before. The Wyvern... Wait, Wyvern Heart Type 2, Wyvern Snipe Type 2. I can't remember what those were. Power Barrel, Long Barrel. Okay, yeah, those are... Oh, actually... I don't think it's going to go into... Oh yeah, there's a special scope that you can use for that to get that super critical range. I didn't really play around with that one too much. Well, let me just see. Can I get... I could get Evading Reload slapped right in, or I could even get the Wyvern Blast mod. This... God, this feels a bit weird because... all this stuff was brought in more so with Iceborne, and I never really thought about, like, the reverse of starting the game without Iceborne. Like, things like the Clutch Claw, I don't know how well implemented they'll be done. And it does look like, you can see there, number of reloads you get is 3 for the first one in, 6, 9, and then plus there. Is there anything else to go through? Small, none. Those are all the same. I do miss the system quite a bit, actually, because this helped give you a little bit more uniqueness for the weapons. Did you want a heavier shooting one and you liked the feel of a heavy recoil per shot? You could do that. Did you want to get the recoil suppressed and make the weapon more smooth to handle? You could do that for your preference. Actually, let me see about items. Oh yeah, let's just do a simple restock. Everything's in order. We do have a little bit given to us right off the bat. And I think we're good to, let's just embark out and see... Oh! Housekeeper. I know this looks like some old closet we turned into a makeshift room for new hunters, but that's not the case, I promise. It's fully furnished with everything Master needs. You have your very own equipment box where you can manage and change your gear. I just hope you don't mind changing in front of others, because you have roommates. Didn't they tell you about that? No? Okay. Moving on, your room also comes with an area to manage your Palico's gear, right next to your bed even. Convenient, right? Oh, one more thing. Need to access training area? Just come talk to me. I'm here, Lenpaw, 24/7. I'm for Lee's. I ain't to please. Now what do you need? Nothing right now. Like, I just want to check if there's anything I can change equipment-wise. Like, I think they only start... Yeah, they start out with just the complete basics there. We have to earn everything that we'll go through. Well, let's head outside and then work our way up to see the handler of the canteen. But this does make me think of something I never really went back to consider is... Oh. Now that you have access to the armory and provision stockpile, grab what you need. Once you're done, go meet with your handler in the canteen and sign up for a quest.
Handlers sort through the research commission's leads. And the ones they deem worth our attention become quests.
Hey!
Now let's just head up there and go through the basics. We can use the lift or we'll just go through the extra long staircase. But because of how World got changed with Iceborne's introduction with the Clutch Claw and how things are, I wonder how it would feel playing the base game, like World, as a new player with Iceborne released. I never thought about like how that would feel different. Because I think the Clutch Claw, we'll see if it gets introduced more in base World or not, but I think everything regarding it more so came with Iceborne's release. So it's interesting to think about. Okay, partner, time to get down to business. Guild teamed us up for a reason. Now on, you're my hunter and I'm your handler. I'm the bread to your butter, got it?
Oh, yeah.
5th Fleet's first mission is survey the Jagras' habitat. And then we gotta call a certain number of them in order to secure the area. We can depart as soon as you sign up for the Jagras of the Ancient Forest quest. You ready?
What are we waiting for?
Well, the wondrous new world is waiting for us out there. Yeah. Quests, this is all pretty simple. Exit that. Let's get right out to it. Alright, free to explore or stay until preparations for the quest complete. Grab meal, shore up, get the latest gear, adjust equipment, da-da-da-da. Thing in the top left there can show you stuff. Just gotta let it load and then we can head out for it. It feels nice to come back to here after quite a while. Like, I think the last time I played World for Iceborne was... I think it was for the channel, actually. Last Christmas? Where I did, like, the, Shrieking Legiana hunt or something like that. Or it was the Hoarfrost Reach hunt.
Alright, this is our first job. Let's do a quick review of quest rules. Rule number 1. Complete the objective to complete the quest. Easy, right? Each quest has an objective. You can't consider the quest done until you complete that objective. Our current objective is to eliminate a specified number of Jagras. Let's check the map. We ran into some Jagras on the way to base. The small monsters, remember? I think we saw them somewhere around here. Want to check it out? Rule number 2. Use the supply box. The commission supplies us with a loadout of certain items for each quest. They're in the supply box over there. Have a look and decide what you should take along. Ready to go.
Now, one thing that I think they could have done to make the handler a little bit more helpful is she would resupply the supply box every so often. Like, even if it's just, like, say, every 5 minutes there's one more first aid med or one more ration. Just something so that way it's not kind of like you do all the work and nothing is happening at base camp, which it is how it's turned out. I do like the feel of that. And there we go, 3 reloaded. That feels so much more forgiving to, like, wanting to try out and play around with. And we'll just stock ourselves up there. And do I have... I do have the capture net. This was another aspect of World that...
Want to get going?
Oh, are you going to scare him off?
Uh-huh.
Oh, shoot.
Be careful.
Got one. Shepherd hair. It doesn't really add anything like power-ups or that World or Rise and Sunbreak gave, but I still do love having the endemic life to catalog and research in that. Yes, we'll just go along, enjoy our time here. Also, be sure to gather everything along the way, too.
Ready your weapon before attacking. Keep in mind that what you're able to do depends on whether or not your weapon is drawn. When you're investigating or gathering items, you'll generally want to keep your weapon sheathed.
And there's a revolture.
I'll mark gathering sites and monster positions on the wildlife map for you.
Snag that.
You can gather honey and mix it with a potion to make mega potions.
Yeah, that's one of the auto crafts. Oh, and then we have a little bit of red pit there.
Over here!
No, I wanted to go over to the right. There we go.
You can use that as slinger ammo. Great for getting monsters' attention or creating a distraction.
To me, I think the slinger has actually been one of the best, sort of like, I'm trying to think,
Over here!
I guess, like, entry features for Monster Hunter, or, like, every sort of generation has kind of tried to do something since Monster Hunter 3 forward. Like, Monster Hunter tried to introduce the underwater combat, Monster Hunter 4 introduced the mounted stuff, World introduced the slinger, and Rise Sunbreak used the wire bug. And I think out of all of them, the slinger was probably one of the best done, because it acted entirely as a side support up until the clutch claw got introduced. And it served its role really well. It wasn't something where it felt like mandatory to use, but if you had the right equipment with it, it could come off in pretty handy for a number of situations. And let me just see if I can carve that up. Oh, I got two I can carve now.
They're on the run. Don't let them get away.
A bit of Jagger's hide,
Materials you can.
and some scales.
You can use them at the Smithy.
Are there any others around? Doesn't look like it. And then, might as well gather, because we are here.
Over here!
Oh, that's right, you don't get it all in one go. You have to do each time, I forgot. Oh, I guess those... Oh, no, they're still here. I'm trying to remember what these guys are called. Omen flies? Huh? Yeah, omen flies. I know there's, I think, another version of them too, but I can't remember their name. No, and then we do have the flash fly here.
Whoops.
Oh.
Use whatever you can.
Actually, hang on. Can also blind flying wyvern.
Switch to your slinger while aiming your weapon.
Okay, yeah, there's quite a few of these guys here. I'm glad I've got the normal one rapid fire. Oh god, look at all of them. No, I didn't actually want to complete the mission yet. I was just trying to get these guys good to start carving.
Report back to the old man.
I'll have to try to remember that with the bright moss, is see if when we do go up against, like, say, Puke Puke, try it and if it'll, like, take it out of the air. I'll just try gathering a few more things, because I doubt we'll be able to work at our first upgrade for the light bowgun, but I feel like there could be a spot for how World did try to do, like, the visuals for the weapon upgrades. Like, taking your base thing, then adding on parts of the monsters works up to a point as long as there's, like, a full conversion after so far in. Sort of think it like the monster materials are getting better with the higher difficulty you go up. When you first start hunting these monsters, they might be weaker forms of themselves, like juveniles, elderly ones, things where the materials aren't good for stronger things. But as you go up in levels and ranks, then you get into monsters that are more fit, give better materials, and can withstand better stuff. A little bit of a in-world or... I'm trying to think of what in-universe explanation for how that would work. The difference, however, was that we never really got that proper final conversion for him for a number of weapons. Here we go. A little bit up, and then we can head right back with this. I'm not sure why that popped up, unless maybe it's like to say, because that's your first quest completed, you can now work with other people or do multiplayer. Fine work taking down those Jagras. So there's no difference in their habitat, but their numbers are increasing. I see. It may be saying the obvious, but the Jagras aren't the only danger lurking around these parts. We've also received reports of a Kestodon herd getting out of hand. This must be all because Zora Magdaros made landfall. It's gotten everything riled up.
Listen up.
Well, it's going to be your job to quiet them down. We'd like to investigate this Kestodon herd and call their numbers. I'm going along. Wouldn't want you to get hurt. Okay, so you now depart on quest with other players.
All right. Now that you've got some materials, why don't we head over to the Smithy to see what you can do with them?
God, there's... Okay, there's the snowman fight, or snow fight stuff. I do feel like there's probably going to be a lot of, like, freebies to collect.
Listen up.
Something important I need to talk to you about. This commission is special, different from your past undertakings, if I had to take a guess. It's not about hunting down the Elder Dragons or punishing them for the damage they cause. The mission seeks an understanding of their place in nature, and ours. That's the point. The Elder Dragons are nature, and it's as futile to try and punish nature as it is to run from it.
Now that's
But knowing nature, now that's something we can do. We're going to face some real challenges, the best course might not always be clear. But before you take life, or move to defend it, understand it. That's what makes you a hunter. And little refreshers that way you kind of know what's going on. Ooh. Let me see. Just trying to see, because I'm not looking to be online right now. Okay, so maybe I am the only one here. I don't know why I saw that for whatever reason. Maybe it's an old friend list or something, but yeah, we are playing on our own here. Okay, just making sure. Now we gotta talk to the Second Fleet Master.
There you are, Fiver.
Look who's back from materials. Step right up and welcome to the Smithy. You'll be needing my services a lot. What I do for you is simple. Whenever you go out in the field and gather materials, I turn those materials into weapons and armor. Drop by whenever you find something new and interesting. Here, I'll give you some materials as a welcome present. You can use them to upgrade your equipment. Yeah, so, what do we want to start with? Upgrading weapons, yada-da-da-da, we've gone through that before. Yeah, so we've got the Defender we don't want to use, and we also got the Bone Tree that we can... Oh, under development, so I guess I haven't made that yet, but we can upgrade that. And I still do like this little taste of flavor with, like, every time you make something, you could get the little video of them doing it. I've got Unknown Tree, which I'm guessing is probably going to be for the Jagras. That looks like it could be with the Sharp Claw. Move that along there. Craft Defender Weapons of the Smithy. No, thank you. Forging that. Yeah, so I've got... Okay, I need a small monster bone for that, and then that... I think the big change is that is 110. Look, this has average deviation, but I thought it gave something else. Maybe it has access to better ammo types. Yeah, it's more of a spread build. Okay. Oh, we'll talk to him again quickly. There you are, Fiver. Got some news for you. Production started on layered armor. Heard me right. Turn layered out. Da-da-da-da-da. Actually, is there anything I will even let me do? Oh, I want... Yeah, it's probably because I got some of the Winter Star tickets from logging in. And then there's also the pendants. Okay. Let's just see... Actually, what... I was just using... Yeah, I think we're okay there. Maybe what I'll even do is I'll drop off all the items I've got in the inventory, just so that way we keep stockpiling stuff. Trying to remember. Oh, there we go. It's right trigger. Sorry, right bumper. Let's go out with basically nothing except maybe the normal 2. Because with us being so early into the game, we shouldn't really need more than that. Although, maybe I'll switch this out. Instead of the evade reload, go for the Wyvern Blast mod. Because how I thought that worked is it would have been almost like how, say, the, I'm trying to remember what the counter is called in Sunbreak for the light bowgun. But kind of operate like that in a way where you'll get blasted back, but if the monster hit it, maybe it would have made the monster flinch more easily or get knocked out. Let's just talk to the handler here.
Hey there, partner.
Right, so next thing we need to take care of those Kestodon. Chief said he'd be tagging along with us. Oh, we start a search nation force and go from there. Oh, and I've got some good news. We handlers post all the leads we find up on the quest board. You can sign up for quests there too, so you don't always have to come all the way up here. But then again, you might miss out on all the eats up here.
You can pick up quests from the quest board too. It lists the same quests that I've got, so don't worry about having to check 2 places. We're on the hunt.
Let's at the Ancient Forest research those Kestodon. Yeah. Let me just see. Yeah, I'm just going to do this so that way I can make sure we won't have any, like, surprises visiting us. Alright, I can grab it from right here. Yeah, so we've got some optionals. Or, well, it's... Oh, really? Okay, so maybe we'll get an introduction to, the Clutch Claw in a little bit here. Set that down to 1. Lucky Vouchers. I kind of forget that you can use those too. And it's been a while since I last played. But yeah, we'll just head out on this, quickly finish this up, and then we'll probably end this episode here. I'll even see if I can put into action the Wyvern Blast 2 mod. I know it's not one that I think ever really saw much use for like people to use in Iceborne.
Have been getting out of hand.
Want to get going?
And just so... This is probably one of the big tips I would suggest to anybody who is starting out for, like, playing Monster Hunter ever. Is only bring, like, say, the normal 2 with you, and drop off all your other ammo. Because you're going to get a lot of stockpiles and supplies from the, item box pretty quickly. And I want to see, how far can I go?
Map keeps track of where you are and where the scout flies are taking you. You can also use it to keep tabs on monsters.
Yeah, I'm just going to go around exploring a little bit, because it doesn't hurt to fill out the map and find some stuff, too.
Be careful.
I'm not lost, I'm having fun. Yeah, let's just keep snagging some goodies that are around us. And then, I'm trying to remember where the wedge beetles are. Well, there's one right up there. I wonder if the wedge beetles were one of the things that kind of gave, a little bit of inspiration for, like, coming up with the wire bugs.
Over here.
Really, I don't... Oh, would you stop that? There we go. I didn't mean to hit you, Runa, but... figured I'd just try to take these guys out quick. Get some extra materials from them. Ooh, and this might be where we can get our monster bone from.
Over here.
Yeah, I guess for now I might as well go with him so that way he shuts up. Because otherwise, as I go exploring, he's going to constantly be going off over this way. Oh yeah, you can dodge. You use the slinger to help you through it. Up we go. I know, I'm coming. Just a little thing to...
Those, my friend, are Kestodon. Let's see you
Oh.
take him out on your own.
It's weird to see Keston graze around these parts. Must be because of Zora.
Be careful.
Yeah, these guys were a neat little introduction small monster to see added to the series. I'm kind of glad they came back with Sunbreak too. Oh, sorry, Apnoth, not trying for you. You're just kind of in the way. There we go. Yeah, the counter can be... Wait a minute. I think the counter's changed. I have to take a look, but I thought you had more of like a rollback from it. Oh, I guess you do. It's just I was... Maybe it's because I've zoomed in. I didn't think as much. Yeah, you do have a... It is the same. My bad.
Not bad.
There we go. Yeah, so we still got a little bit to go for. But maybe I'll keep the Wyvern Blast equipped for a little while, just so that way we can try using it a bit more. It is something you don't really see, I think, very often, unless somebody's like trying to do a quirky build or that. So we'll see how it feels like progressing through the game with it.
Try to learn as much as you can about them.
And then we do have some things like the vines you can go swinging on. Oh, some Nullberry. And yeah, having the little thing like you can hide in this grass and go in spots. I thought you could, or maybe it has to be further in.
Huh.
There we go. Let's go say hi. There we go. That takes care of one at least. I do like it wasn't like a complete one-shot for them if we did use the Wyvern Blast as well. Just feels like it keeps it maybe a little bit more fair. I mean, it does come close to it. And let me just carve these guys up so we can get some parts. Oh, and then another nice little touch that makes the world alive is you actually have, like, scavengers come in, like there are vultures here. Rude. But then again, I guess kind of warranted given what we just did to the herd.
Good work. That just about wraps up our work here. Wait. Hey, come here. I think I found something.
There we go. Got another shell. Are these fire herbs? Yep, they are. So that'll help us towards our possibly getting flaming ammo to use. And that's another thing I think is like some of the attack caps that were in Iceborne actually got buffed, so you could go higher with things. Yeah, great Jagras track.
Look at those Kestodon. Something's up with them.
Yeah, and then the environment and the interaction between them. Great Jagras.
Now!
Oh, are we actually taking it down this hunt or next hunt?
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's this hunt.
All right, partner. New assignment incoming. Take down that Great Jagras. If you're not ready, you can return to base and take on the Great Jagras quest later.
Yeah, I'm going to probably do that, just because I don't want this episode to run too long, trying to make sure everything is going up. Now, with what the channel's schedule is, it's getting a little bit more difficult to keep things going up smoothly. I'm just going to see if I can get enough tracks here. Yeah, there we go. Get the first level done. So yeah, we're going to just return from quest here. Got successful stuff done. I can even take a look and see. I think the Kestodons actually give you a type of arm equipment or glove equipment. A little bit there. A few things done, and earned the right to take on 2-star assignments. I am super curious when the Clutch Claw is going to get brought in. Because I know when I first started playing Iceborne, it felt like it was mandatory to learn that. Because your 15 to 20 minute hunts turned into like half hour to 35 minutes if you didn't know how to work the Clutch Claw right. But yeah, for now, we are good to end this episode off, and we are going to be able to do so... Oh, right, there's all the... I have to buy to open up stuff. I'm trying to think of... not that. Okay, I guess it's Pledge, although not trying to do that to the 4th there. Maybe we'll just do something simple like a wave. There. Thank you guys very much for joining me on this episode of Monster Hunter World Iceborne Community Edition. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to give it a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure in the comments right down below. Until I do see you in the next video episode, Hunters and Survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.